Now, the last thing that I want to cover, and this is something that I'm amped up about right here. Bone Thugs and Harmony are reunited. All five members, and they have an album coming out, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Bone Thugs and Harmony have signed with Greenback Records. That is Connor McGregors' record label. Exhibit is also on that label, and I think they signed someone else. But it was announced, not official, and everything like that. It was a lot of hiccups, but now there's been footage revealed that Crazy, Lazy, Busy, Wish, and Flesh are in the studio recording the album that is coming out in 2025 and also gearing up for a world tour. This all took place yesterday, and I'm thinking that it may have been in Houston, if I'm not mistaken, because I heard Busy hooked them up with the studio there. But you know, if you follow this channel, you're subscribed to this channel, how much of a big Bone fan that I am. I have interview with Crazy Bone. I also have plenty of videos where I talk about their classics and different things like that. Some of them just recent, but I'm excited about this, man. And the reason that I'm excited about this is because I heard a clip of what they're working on, and let me tell you, Busy sounds like he's killing it. Busy is killing it. Fair use, by the way, and this isn't out yet, but listen to this by Busy Bone. Listen to this.
When you say Bone Thugs, this shit, this that Bone Thugs. That's that new Bone Thugs.
Woo! Woo! That's what we coming with, Busy. That's what we coming with. And this is them right here. All five members. Shout out to Hip Hop TV, Hip Hop YTV Hip Hop. This is all five of them right here back in the studio. Crazy had a health hiccup the year before last, so I'm glad to see that he's back. Busy is back. All of them looking healthy, looking sharp. This is a little footage of them in the studio right here. Sound like a weed song coming. My weed head. Bone is vibing in the studio. So that's dope. And it was a bunch of different footage, man. Busy walking in. Fair use, by the way, fair use. So yeah, man, Bone is back. Bone is back. Now, the last album collectively that they came out with, and this is one I consider, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why, but Unified came out back in April of 2010. I want to say it was either April or May. I know I was still in college at the time, but that was the last album that they came out with, and it didn't have a good reception, didn't really sell that well. It was so many hiccups that happened at that time. They had put out Strength and Loyalty with just the three of them, Crazy, Lazy, and Wish, and then Flesh got out of jail, and they wanted Flesh back. Flesh was already going to be back in the group, period, but then Busy came back. But Unified, I'm gonna keep it a buck, ended up being a complete mess. Now, there's some songs that I go back and listen to from time to time, but a lot of people, critics in particular, claim that's Bone's worst album. Even though all five of them was there, the focus level was off. It was a bunch of different, egos going on. Cray, Lay, and Wish had just put out a successful platinum album, successful single with I Try. They was on Interscope, and then they had to leave Interscope because it was a bunch of stuff. I ain't gonna get into all that, but they ended up on Warner Brothers Records, and Unified just flopped. It just wasn't where they wanted to be. Now, they did end up putting out the Art of War 3 because at the time, Crazy and Wish left the group. Y'all remember that ordeal when they got into it. And then Flesh, I call them the Resurrection Trio, Flesh, Busy, and Lazy, ended up putting up, they started recording an album, and allegedly it was called Majority Rules, but we ended up finding out that DJ Unique was over that project, and it was the Art of War 3. Now, when they put out the Everything 100 song with Ty Dolla $ign back in 2013, that's when Seven Arts, that's the record label that they were on at the time, just the three of them, but I guess somehow with the group, Crazy and Wish were obligated to help promote the album, something like that. So the Art of War 3 was a cool album, but I don't consider that a Bone Thugs and Harmony album. Most of the album was Wish. Why I keep saying that? The Resurrection Trio, Flesh, Busy, and Lazy. And then they sprinkled in some old Unified cuts that didn't make it back then and all this other stuff. So, it was just a whole bunch of stuff. But now they are recording. They're all five back together. It was a lot of speculation, but man, Busy sounds amazing. I heard a clip of Lazy sounded pretty good. Sound like he forgot some of his lyrics, but hey, I'm all for it. And I want to know in the comment section what you think about this. Do you think that this is going to be a unified part 2, or do you think after the clip that I just played, this is going to be a new wave type of Bone album? You know, I just in my hopes, I want a podcast with it. I want a documentary and a movie. That's what I personally want. In 2025, I didn't expect to get a Bone album. I heard rumors about it, but I hope it's the best of the best. I hope, and I'm gonna put it out in the universe, that it's as solid as Resurrection was. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the last album with all 5 of them on there that was solid. You know, that was 99 going into 2000, right? So I'm hoping that it resembles that at least. I heard Crazy talking about it on the Holding Court podcast, and he said he wants to go back to the formula of not all 5 of them having to be on every song. And that's what a problem on Unified was. Some of the songs are just too long, even for back then. You know what I'm saying? That was 15 years ago. So, 15 years removed from that, we'll have to see. Busy has put out some decent projects recently. They've been putting out some music. I know Flesh has been putting out some decent projects. So we're going to see. But all 5 living, breathing Bone Thugs-n-Harmony members are back. They are back, ladies and gentlemen. So I know all the Boneheads are excited about this. Keep me posted, and I'm gonna keep you posted on everything that I see. And I'm curious to see how this Connor McGregor thing is gonna go, because it's working out wonderfully for Exhibit. It's working out wonderfully for him. Exhibit is getting millions of views on his YouTube, and I don't know if his album had came out, but he's been re-energized. Like, he's been doing interviews back on Drink Champs, just everything. So it looks like it's doing wonders for Exhibit. So I hope it goes and does wonders for the Thugs. Looks like they're getting documentary footage and all that other stuff. So, and they keep saying history in the making. So we're gonna see this, man. I'm excited about it. I know you're excited about it. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, which is youtube.com/ResView. Also, follow me on all social media platforms at JAYR3D. Hit that like button or the dislike button. It is all good as long as we get some traction in this thing. If you're a Bone fan, you will love this channel for sure. So I'm telling you, subscribe to it. But anyway, this is J Red from ResView, and I am signing out. Peace.